In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to embroider this awesome design on an apron. Let's cook up this awesome design.
Attention all machine embroidery beginners. Are you struggling to hoop your fabrics, don't know what thread to use, or even what tension is? Sign up for our free Embroidery for Beginners course and become an expert in no time. Click the link in the description to get started.
Here are the materials that we're gonna use. We're gonna use an apron. This is a white canvas apron. We're gonna use our design printout. This is so we can place it onto the apron and place it exactly in the center. This template has an X and Y, which is gonna help us find the center and place it perfectly onto the apron. We're also gonna need some embroidery threads. I'm just getting the ones that are perfect for this design. We're gonna need a hoop. This is a 5x7 hoop for our single embroidery machine. We're gonna need some scissors, some fabric scissors, and these just help out to cut into those threads on the back and on the front for the best details. We're gonna use some pins to pin the template down onto the apron. That way we can hoop it, you guys will see very soon, without any issues. We're gonna use some painter's tape. This is to hold the stabilizer properly. And last but not least, we're gonna use some tearaway stabilizer. Because this is a canvas fabric and it isn't stretchy, we can get away with using tearaway. So let's get started with our hooping. First things first, I'm gonna cut the template to the shape that I want. So we're gonna get rid of all this excess and just keep this template. Just to note, I'm using paper scissors here. You never really wanna use embroidery scissors because that's how you damage them. So make sure you get one of these that you can scrap. That way you keep your embroidery scissors clean and nice. Again, we have the X and Y on the template, so we're gonna put that in the center. Let's open up this apron, and I'm actually gonna put it horizontally onto the table so that I can fold it in half. The reason I'm doing this is so that I can find that perfect middle. Fold it quickly in half, like so. Try and match the two corners perfectly on both sides, top and bottom, like if you were folding clothes. And on the middle, just press down from the center out so you can find that perfect center. I want the design to be up here, so I'm gonna be focusing more on this area as opposed to the rest. And now I can see a perfect line right down the middle. This is where the design is gonna go, like so. Awesome. Next, we're gonna grab our pins and we're gonna pin down this design. So I'm just gonna lift it up the table to not poke the table down. Put the first pin down, there you go. And the second one, put it up here, like so. Cool. Now super fast, super simple. And what you can do is you can lift the design, place it on yourself to see if you like that placement. Next, we're gonna grab our hoop and I'm gonna take the tearaway stabilizer and cut a piece of that. So using my scissors, cut a piece of the stabilizer. And before you begin hooping, you want to pre-gauge your hoop. Now the way to do so is you grab your apron or the fabric that you're using and you just want to fold it in half. You see that little space that's there? When you're pre-gauging your hoop, you want to loosen it and you almost want to have that same space. So right now it's a little bit too wide. Somewhere about there is pretty good. That way, when we hoop it, we don't have to be pressing down really hard or having to mess around with a hoop once it's in place. All right, so I'm gonna take this bottom part, and to make it easier on ourselves, we're gonna grab some painter's tape and we're gonna temporarily tape the stabilizer to it. So I'm gonna put the first tape here. This is gonna come off before we begin embroidering. We're gonna flip the hoop around. We're gonna fold this part right here and we'll tape the other side like so. Okay, now we can put this underneath the apron where our design is gonna go. Try and match it as best as possible. Put it somewhere in the middle. But that's the beauty again of having this template, is even though it might not be perfect when hooping, because we have these lines, we can still align it perfectly to the center. Now that I've pre-gauged my hoop, I can go in, put this one on top, and just move it like so. Try and get it in the middle as best as possible. I'm going to press down and forward from the top, and then as soon as it's done there, I'm going to move this top part a little bit, try and center it again, center, and with my palms, I'm going to press down and forward. So up, down, forward. Now the hoop is pretty taut already, and I don't have to tighten it even more. All I will do now is press down on the corners to ensure that it doesn't go anywhere. And there you go. Now on the back side, now that it's done, you can take the stabilizer off, same thing as the top one. Now you can take the tape off from the back because we no longer need it. You can see it's perfectly hooped, really well topped. All right, let's take it onto the embroidery machine. Now that the machine is ready, it has the design set. We're gonna put the apron in, and the beautiful thing about the apron is that we don't have to worry about being super stressed out about hooping because it's fairly simple. We're just gonna raise the presser foot and put the hoop inside. So I'll lift it in, lock it into place, and now I'm gonna take this side, push it out. And one of the biggest things with aprons, you just wanna ensure that, and this will only happen once in your life because once it does, you'll never make that mistake again, is ensure that the fabric isn't going underneath the hoop. So I'm just going to fold it upwards to ensure that it's not gonna go underneath, like so. Now the beautiful thing about having this template is that now we can center the design perfectly. I'm going to lower the presser foot and it's almost there. So I'm just going to go back on the machine and I'm going to center it. That's it, that's perfect. So now we can grab the T-pins and take them out. One's done, the other one's out, and we can remove our template. That is the secret to getting perfect centering on your embroidery. Now it's all ready. We have the bobbin, we have the spool, the design's ready. We're gonna click embroider. We can lower the presser foot and we can press play.
For all you Embroidery Design Club members, be sure to print off the accompanying cheat sheet recipe card for this video. Don't forget that as an Embroidery Design Club member, you can instantly download all your cheat sheet recipe cards to help you quickly and easily embroider virtually anything. Plus, you'll also get access to over 30,000 embroidery design, bonus projects, free giveaways, live training, and more. Click the link in the description below to learn more about our fan favorite embroidery club now.
There you go, guys. The design is now done embroidering. All we gotta do now is take it off the hoop. So I'm gonna do that very carefully, like so. Because it's an apron, it's really easy to take off, and that is the result. Now I'm gonna grab my nice scissors, and while it's still hooped, I'm gonna take care of these threads, these tails that were there. Take care of a couple of them so it's nice and neat while the hoop is taut. And on the back, this is what it looks like. So we can do the same thing. Just cut all of these extra threads. Okay, that's pretty good. We'll take it off the hoop and actually just push it out. And because this is a tearaway, it's simple as that. There's no need to cut anything at all. You can go in and tear off all of these tiny ones, but when you wash it off, it'll also start peeling off on its own. That's what the back looks like. And let's check out the front. And there you go, guys. That is the final design. Looks pretty awesome. Let me put it on. I get 2 aprons because we're cooking some nice embroidery for the rest of the day. What do you guys think of this design? Let us know down in the comments, as well as if you have any questions. In the meantime, watch this video next, and we'll see you on the next embroidery tutorial. Take care, guys. See you on the next one.